The arrival. The day Earth stood still began like any other. Dr. Elena Reeves sipped her morning coffee, scrolling through astronomical data on her tablet. As the lead scientist at SETI's primary listening post, she had grown accustomed to the endless stream of cosmic noise. But today, something was different. A signal. Clear, strong, and undeniably artificial. Elena's hands trembled as she set down her mug. "This can't be," she whispered, double-checking the readings. But there it was, a pattern so precise it could only be intentional. She reached for her phone, heart pounding. Who does one call when they've just made first contact? As it turned out, she didn't need to call anyone. Within minutes, her phone erupted with notifications. Social media exploded with grainy videos and panicked posts. News channels interrupted regular programming with breaking alerts. A massive object had appeared in Earth's orbit, seemingly out of nowhere. Humanity collectively held its breath as the mysterious visitor revealed itself. It was a colossal ship, 4 miles wide, its surface a mesmerizing swirl of silver and blue. It hung silently above the Pacific Ocean, defying all known laws of physics. In Washington, D.C., President Amelia Chen paced the Oval Office, surrounded by grim-faced advisors. "What are our options?" she demanded. General Marcus Steele, a battle-hardened veteran, cleared his throat. "Madam President, we've mobilized our forces, but against that kind of technology, I'm not sure what good it'll do." The president's eyes narrowed. "And if they're hostile?" A heavy silence fell over the room. It was broken by Dr. James Harper, the nation's foremost xenobiologist. "With all due respect, Madam President, if they wanted us dead, we wouldn't be having this conversation." As governments around the world scrambled to respond, the alien ship remained eerily silent. Hours stretched into days. The world teetered on the edge of panic. Doomsday preppers emerged from their bunkers, certain their moment had come. Religious leaders proclaimed the end times. Scientists worked around the clock, desperately trying to decipher the ship's purpose. On the 5th day, everything changed. A beam of shimmering light burst from the ship, touching down in the heart of New York City's Central Park. The world watched, transfixed, as a figure emerged from the light. Tall, humanoid, with skin that seemed to shimmer with an inner light. Its eyes, devoid of pupils, swept over the crowd of terrified onlookers. "People of Earth," the being spoke, its voice resonating not through the air, but directly in the minds of every human on the planet. "We come in peace." The alien introduced itself as Zarthal, emissary of the Galactic Council. Their arrival, it explained, was not a threat, but an invitation. An invitation that would change the course of human history forever. "Your species stands at a crossroads," Zarthal continued. "Hidden within your DNA lies a potential greater than you could imagine. A power that could either save the galaxy or destroy it." The revelation sent shockwaves through humanity. Governments, once on the brink of launching futile attacks, now scrambled to understand this new reality. The United Nations convened an emergency session, broadcasting globally as world leaders grappled with the implications of Zarthal's words. Dr. Elena Reeves found herself thrust into the spotlight, her expertise suddenly invaluable. As she pored over the data shared by the aliens, a pattern began to emerge. "It's incredible," she murmured, eyes wide with wonder. "Our junk DNA. It's not junk at all. It's like a locked door, and these aliens, they have the key." But not everyone welcomed the aliens with open arms. Protests erupted in cities across the globe. Conspiracy theories ran wild. Some saw the aliens as saviors, others as conquerors in disguise. In the midst of the chaos, a team began to form. The best and brightest from every corner of the earth, chosen to represent humanity in whatever trials lay ahead. Among them was Captain Sarah Chen, daughter of the president and decorated Air Force pilot. Her sharp mind and sharper tongue had earned her as many commendations as reprimands. "So," Sarah drawled, eyeing the eclectic group assembled before her, We're supposed to save the galaxy. No pressure or anything. Dr. Harper, the xenobiologist, offered a wry smile. Look on the bright side, Captain. If we fail, we probably won't be around to regret it. As the team prepared for their cosmic journey, humanity watched and waited. The alien ship, once a source of terror, now represented hope. Hope for a future beyond the stars. Hope for a destiny greater than they had ever imagined. But with that hope came questions. What trials awaited them in the depths of space? What price would they have to pay to unlock their hidden potential? And most importantly, were they ready to face the cosmic responsibility that had been thrust upon them? As the chosen team boarded the alien ship, ready to embark on humanity's greatest adventure, one thing was certain. The universe would never be the same again. The chosen ones. The alien ship hummed with an energy that sent shivers down Sarah Chen's spine. As she stepped onto the luminescent bridge, she couldn't help but feel like Alice tumbling down the rabbit hole. Except this wonderland was very, very real. Welcome, chosen ones. Zarthal's melodious voice echoed through the chamber. The alien's form seemed to shimmer and shift, as if not quite solid. You represent the best of humanity, selected for your unique qualities and potential. Sarah glanced at her fellow team members. Dr. Elena Reeves, the astrophysicist who first detected the alien signal, stood wide-eyed, drinking in every detail of their surroundings. Next to her, Dr. James Harper, the xenobiologist, was furiously scribbling notes, his excitement palpable. Rounding out the team were Yuki Tanaka, a prodigy in quantum computing, and Aidan O'Brien, a former Special Forces operator turned diplomat. Each brought a unique skill set to the table, but Sarah couldn't help but wonder if it would be enough for whatever lay ahead. Your mission, Zarthal continued, is to unlock the hidden potential within your DNA. This power, dormant for millennia, could be the key to saving not just your world, but countless others. A holographic display flickered to life, showing a swirling galaxy. Red spots pulsed ominously across its expanse. A great darkness threatens to consume all life, Zarthal explained. We believe humans, with their unique genetic makeup, may be the only ones capable of stopping it. No pressure, Aidan muttered under his breath, earning a sharp elbow from Yuki. The next few weeks were a blur of training and preparation. The team was introduced to technology beyond their wildest dreams. Gravity manipulation, faster than light travel, and energy weapons that made Earth's most advanced artillery look like child's toys. Elena found herself working alongside alien scientists, unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. It's incredible, she breathed, examining a 3D model of dark matter. Everything we thought we knew about the universe, it's just the tip of the iceberg. James, meanwhile, was in xenobiology heaven. The diversity of life out there. He exclaimed over dinner one night, it's staggering. And yet, there's something unique about human DNA. A potential that even the Galactic Council doesn't fully understand. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The team faced grueling physical and mental challenges designed to push them to their limits. Sarah, used to the rigors of military training, found herself struggling with the alien concepts and technologies. One particularly frustrating day, after failing to master a simple, by alien standards, propulsion system, Sarah stormed off the training deck. She found a quiet corner of the ship, a viewport offering a breathtaking view of Earth below. Doubting yourself, Captain, Zarthal's voice startled her. Sarah sighed, not turning around. How can we possibly be ready for this? We're so primitive compared to you. Zarthal moved to stand beside her, its form rippling like water. It is precisely your primitive nature that makes you special, Sarah Chen. Your species has overcome so much in so little time. That adaptability, that drive to survive and thrive against all odds. That is what the galaxy needs. The alien's words struck a chord. Sarah thought of human history, of all the seemingly insurmountable challenges her species had faced and overcome. Maybe they were more ready for this than she realized. As the days wore on, the team began to gel. Yuki's brilliant mind found ways to interface human and alien technology, creating hybrid systems that even surprised their hosts. Aiden's tactical experience proved invaluable in combat simulations, his quick thinking saving the team more than once. But it wasn't just their individual skills that were growing. Strange things began to happen. During a particularly intense training session, Sarah found herself moving with impossible speed, her reflexes enhanced beyond human limits. Alina discovered she could manipulate energy fields with her mind, while James found he could communicate telepathically with alien life forms. "It's starting," Zarthel observed, a note of excitement in its usually calm voice. "Your dormant abilities are awakening." As exciting as these developments were, they also brought new challenges. The team had to learn to control these emerging powers, to harness them without losing themselves in the process. One night, unable to sleep, Sarah found Yuki in the ship's data center, surrounded by holographic displays. The young scientist's eyes were red-rimmed, her usual neat appearance disheveled. "You okay?" Sarah asked, concerned. Yuki shook her head. "I keep running the simulations. The threat we're facing. Sarah, I don't know if we can win this." Sarah placed a hand on Yuki's shoulder. "Hey, look at me. A month ago, we didn't even know aliens existed. Now we're flying through space in a ship that defies physics. If we can do that, we can do anything." As their training neared its end, tension began to build. The reality of what they were about to face started to sink in. They weren't just going on a space adventure. They were heading into a war that spanned galaxies. On their final night aboard the ship, orbiting Earth, Zarthal gathered the team for a last briefing. The aliens' form seemed more solid now, as if their proximity to the humans was somehow strengthening it. "Tomorrow, we depart for the front lines," Zarthal announced. "You have all grown far beyond our expectations, but remember, it is not just your new abilities that will determine our success. It is your humanity, your compassion, your ingenuity, your indomitable spirit. These are the weapons that will ultimately decide the fate of the galaxy." As the team looked out at their home planet, each lost in thought, Sarah felt a mix of fear and determination. They were about to leap into the unknown, carrying the hopes of not just humanity, but countless alien civilizations. "Whatever happens out there," she said, breaking the silence, "we face it together. For Earth, for the galaxy, for all life." The others nodded, a sense of unity and purpose settling over them. As Earth rotated slowly beneath them, 5 humans prepared to embark on the greatest journey in the history of their species. The stars awaited, and with them, the ultimate test of humanity's potential. Journey to the stars. The departure from Earth was a moment etched into history. Millions watched as the alien ship, now christened Horizon by its human crew, shimmered and vanished into the depths of space. For Sarah Chen and her team, it marked the beginning of an adventure beyond imagination. As Earth dwindled to a pale blue dot behind them, the true scale of their journey became apparent. Zarthal guided them through the ship's faster-than-light drive system, a technology that bent the very fabric of space-time. "Think of space as a piece of paper," the alien explained, creating a holographic representation. "Instead of traveling across it, we fold it, bringing 2 distant points together." Alina's eyes lit up with understanding. "Einstein's theory of relativity. You've mastered it." Their first jump was disorienting. One moment, they were near Mars. The next, the familiar constellations of home were replaced by an alien sky. Sarah felt a momentary pang of homesickness, quickly suppressed. There was no time for sentimentality. As they ventured deeper into the unknown, the team honed their newfound abilities. Aiden discovered he could create force fields, while James found he could accelerate his own healing and even influence the biological processes of others. Their first true test came unexpectedly. As they approached a sparse star system on the outer rim of the Milky Way, alarms blared through the horizon. "Multiple ships approaching," Yuki called out, her fingers dancing over holographic controls. "They're not responding to hails." Zarthel's form flickered with concern. Scavengers. Nomadic raiders who prey on vulnerable ships. They must have detected our transit. Sarah felt a surge of adrenaline. Battle stations, everyone. Let's see if all that training paid off. The ensuing skirmish was chaos. The scavenger ships, ugly amalgamations of stolen technology, swarmed around the horizon. Energy beams lanced through space, met by the shimmering barrier of Aiden's force field. I can't hold this forever, he grunted, sweat beading on his forehead. Sarah's enhanced reflexes came into play as she maneuvered the horizon through the assault. Elena and Yuki worked in tandem, the former manipulating energy fields to disrupt enemy systems, while the latter launched counterattacks through the ship's weapons. James, meanwhile, established a telepathic link between the team, allowing for instantaneous communication. Their ships are biomechanical, he reported. If I can interface with them, maybe I can shut them down. As the battle raged, Sarah felt something awaken within her. Time seemed to slow, and she could see the patterns in the enemy's movements, predicting their actions before they happened. Everyone, on my mark, she commanded. 3, 2, 1. Now. In a coordinated assault, they struck. Aiden dropped the shield at the precise moment Elena unleashed an electromagnetic pulse. Yuki's pinpoint attacks disabled key systems, while James broadcasted a telepathic command that sent confusion rippling through the enemy fleet. In minutes, it was over. The scavenger ships retreated, leaving the horizon battered but victorious. As the team caught their breath, a slow clap echoed through the bridge. Zarthal regarded them with what could only be described as pride. Impressive. You're learning to work as one, to be greater than the sum of your parts. The victory, while exhilarating, was sobering. It was a harsh reminder of the dangers that lurked in the vast expanses of space. As they continued their journey, the team encountered wonders and horrors in equal measure. They witnessed the birth of stars in stellar nurseries, narrowly escaped the gravitational pull of a black hole, and made first contact with species so alien that even Zarthal struggled to communicate with them. Through it all, their bonds grew stronger. Late-night discussions over meals synthesized from alien proteins became a ritual, a way to process the impossible things they were experiencing. I keep thinking about Earth, Yuki confessed one night, her usual confidence wavering. About my family, my friends. Do you think they're okay? Do you think we'll ever see them again? The question hung heavy in the air. It was something they all thought about, but rarely voiced. We have to believe we will, Elena said softly. That's what we're fighting for, isn't it? A future where Earth is safe, where our loved ones can live without fear of cosmic threats they don't even know exist. Aiden nodded, his usually stoic expression softening. When I was in Special Forces, we had a saying, "The mission is what brings you home." We focus on that, on why we're out here, and it'll see us through. As they neared the coordinates Zarthal had designated as their first major objective, tensions rose. The alien had been increasingly vague about what exactly they would find there, speaking only of answers and the next step in your evolution. Their destination turned out to be an ancient space station, massive in scale, drifting in the space between galaxies. As the horizon docked, Sarah couldn't shake a feeling of unease. This station, Zarthal explained, was built by the precursors, a race that achieved mastery over genetics and evolution itself. If the key to unlocking your full potential exists anywhere, it's here. As they stepped onto the station, the air thick with the weight of eons, Sarah felt as if they were crossing a point of no return. The station hummed to life around them, responding to their presence in ways that seemed almost anticipatory. "Okay, team," Sarah said, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach. "Let's find some answers." They ventured deeper into the heart of the station, surrounded by technology so advanced it bordered on magical. Holographic displays sprang to life, showing star maps and DNA sequences that spiraled into infinity. As they reached the central chamber, a voice echoed through their minds, ancient, and powerful. Welcome, children of Earth. We have waited so long for your arrival. The team exchanged looks of shock and awe. This was more than just a repository of knowledge. It was alive, aware, and it had been waiting for them. Who? What are you? Elena managed to ask. The voice seemed to smile, if such a thing were possible. We are the legacy of the precursors, guardians of the knowledge you seek. But beware, for knowledge comes at a price. Are you prepared to pay it? As the question hung in the air, Sarah felt the weight of their mission, of the countless lives depending on them, settle on her shoulders. Whatever trials lay ahead, whatever price they had to pay, they would face it together. With a deep breath, she stepped forward. We are. The chamber erupted in light, and the next phase of their journey began. The cosmic threat. The ancient space station pulsed with energy, its systems interfacing directly with the minds of the human team. Information flooded their consciousness, the history of the galaxy, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the looming threat that had brought them to this point. The void, the station's eye intoned, its voice resonating in their thoughts, a cosmic cancer that consumes all in its path. Not a species, not a force, but a fundamental breakdown of reality itself. Holographic displays materialized around them, showing a creeping darkness that engulfed entire star systems. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine as she watched whole galaxies blink out of existence. How do we stop something like that? Aiden asked, his usual bravado subdued in the face of such an overwhelming threat. The A's response was both thrilling and terrifying. You evolve. You become more than human. The precursors saw potential in your species, a unique genetic makeup that, when fully awakened, could counteract the void's entropy. Elena's scientific curiosity overrode her fear. But how? We've already developed abilities beyond normal human limits. What you've experienced so far is merely the beginning, the AI explained. Your current abilities are a fraction of what you're capable of. The precursors left behind tools, genetic keys that can unlock your full potential. But be warned, the process is dangerous. Not all may survive. The team exchanged glances, the weight of the choice before them palpable. It was Yuki who broke the silence. If we don't try, everyone dies anyway. I say we do it. One by one, they nodded in agreement. Sarah took a deep breath. All right, we're in. What do we need to do? The center of the chamber opened, revealing 5 pods filled with a glowing, opalescent liquid. Enter the Genesis chambers, the AI instructed. The process will rewrite your genetic code at the most fundamental level. It will be painful, and it will change you in ways you cannot imagine. As they approached the pods, Zarthal spoke up for the first time since entering the station. I cannot follow where you are going. But know this, the hopes of countless civilizations go with you. May your humanity guide you through the transformation ahead. Sarah paused at the edge of her pod, looking at her team. No, her family. Whatever happens, we face it together. For Earth, for the galaxy, for all life. They stepped into the pods in unison. As the liquid enveloped them, pain unlike anything they had ever experienced tore through their bodies. It felt as if they were being unmade and remade at the atomic level. Time lost all meaning. It could have been hours or days that they floated in that liminal space between what they were and what they were becoming. Memories, knowledge, and power coursed through them, reshaping their very essence. When they finally emerged, they were forever changed. Sarah opened her eyes, feeling the station around her not just with her senses, but with her mind. She could perceive the flow of energy, the very fabric of space-time. Looking at her team, she saw not just their physical forms, but the radiant energy of their evolved beings. Elena's form shimmered with cosmic energy, stars seeming to dance in her eyes. She reached out, manipulating gravitational fields with a mere thought. It's incredible, she breathed. I can feel the universe. Aiden's body rippled with barely contained power. He generated a force field that enveloped the entire chamber effortlessly. I could protect a whole planet like this, he realized, awe in his voice. Yuki interfaced directly with the station's systems, her consciousness expanding to encompass its vast databases. The knowledge of the precursors. It's all here. I understand now. I understand everything. James had perhaps undergone the most visible transformation. His skin shifted and changed, able to adapt to any environment instantly. I'm connected to the biosphere of every world we visited, he said. I can feel the pulse of life across the galaxy. As they marveled at their new abilities, a sense of urgency cut through their wonder. The AI's voice, now a mere whisper compared to the cosmic awareness they had achieved, brought them back to their mission. The void approaches. You must prepare for the battle ahead. With their enhanced abilities came an understanding of the true nature of their enemy. The void was entropy incarnate, the ultimate heat death of the universe given conscious form. It sought to accelerate the end of all things, to bring about a final, eternal stillness. The team spent what felt like eons preparing, though in reality it was mere weeks. They learned to harness energies that dwarf supernovas, to manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe, to exist in states of being beyond conventional physics. But even as they grew in power, they held on to their humanity. It was their compassion, their love for Earth and all it represented, that anchored them and gave purpose to their godlike abilities. As they prepared to leave the station and confront the void, they received an unexpected transmission. A faction of advanced aliens, led by a being known as Karkan, had caught wind of their mission. They viewed the newly empowered humans as a threat, believing that such power should not be in the hands of such a young species. Naive children playing with forces beyond your comprehension. Karkan's holographic form sneered, "We will not allow you to upset the balance of the cosmos." The team now faced a war on two fronts, against the all-consuming void and against those who feared the change they represented. But where once such opposition would have daunted them, they now stood resolute. Sarah, her eyes glowing with the light of newborn stars, addressed her team. "We didn't ask for this power, but we've been entrusted with it. Not just for humanity, but for all life in the universe. We'll face the void, we'll face those who fear us, and we'll prove that humanity's strength lies not in our power, but in our heart." As they prepared to depart, each of them took a moment to send a thought back to Earth, to the loved ones they had left behind. In that moment, they were both more and less than human. Cosmic beings with the fate of the universe in their hands, yet still connected to the small blue planet that had shaped them. The horizon, upgraded with precursor technology, hummed to life around them. Ahead lay the greatest challenge any beings had ever faced. The fate of all existence hung in the balance. With a shared look of determination, the team set course for the edge of known space, where the creeping darkness of the void awaited. The final battle for the future of the universe was about to begin. Humanity's triumph. The horizon cut through the fabric of space-time, hurtling towards the edge of the known universe. Inside, the 5 humans turned cosmic beings prepared for a battle that would determine the fate of all existence. Sarah, her form shimmering with barely contained energy, addressed her team. "This is it. Everything we've been through, everything we've become. It all leads to this moment." As they approached the frontier where the void encroached upon reality, they were met with a terrifying sight. Entire galaxies were being consumed, stars blinking out of existence in a cascading wave of nothingness. "My God," Elena whispered, her cosmic awareness allowing her to feel the deaths of billions of souls. "We have to stop this." But before they could engage the void, a massive fleet materialized before them. At its head was Karkan's flagship, a behemoth that dwarfed even the horizon. "This is your final warning." Karkan's voice boomed across space. "Stand down, or be destroyed. The power you wield is too great for your kind." Aiden's eyes flashed with defiance. "We don't have time for this. The void is literally eating the universe behind us." Sarah made a split-second decision. "Yuki, James, You two focus on holding back the void. Buy us some time. Alina, Aiden, you're with me. We need to convince Axarkon's fleet to join us, or at least get them out of our way. The battle that ensued was beyond the comprehension of mortal minds. Yuki, interfacing directly with the fabric of reality, created complex algorithms that temporarily slowed the void's advance. James used his mastery over life itself to strengthen the biospheres of countless worlds, giving them a fighting chance against the encroaching darkness. Meanwhile, Sarah, Alina, and Aiden engaged Axarkon's fleet. They moved with impossible speed, their powers allowing them to be in multiple places at once. Alina manipulated gravity, causing enemy ships to collide with each other. Aiden's force fields protected their allies while redirecting enemy fire. Sarah found herself in a one-on-one confrontation with Axarkon, their battle shaking the very foundations of spacetime. As they clashed, Sarah realized that brute force alone wouldn't win this fight. Axarkon, listen to me, she shouted, her voice carrying across the vacuum of space. Look behind you. The void is consuming everything. If we don't unite, there won't be a universe left to protect. For a moment, the alien leader hesitated. In that instant of doubt, Sarah connected with his mind, sharing the knowledge and perspective they had gained. Axarkon reeled from the revelation. Impossible, he murmured. Such power, and yet such restraint. Such humanity. The tide of the battle shifted. Axarkon, now understanding the true stakes, ordered his fleet to stand down. We were fools, he admitted. We will follow your lead. With the combined might of humanity's chosen and Axarkon's advanced fleet, they turned to face the true enemy. The void roiled before them, the vast nothingness that defied comprehension. As they engaged the cosmic cancer, they realized that conventional attacks were useless. The void simply absorbed energy, growing stronger with each assault. It's not working, Yuki cried out, her vast intelligence grappling with the problem. We need to try something else. In that moment of desperation, Sarah had an epiphany. It's not about destroying the void, she realized. It's about restoring balance. She reached out to her team, their minds linking in perfect harmony. The precursors chose us for a reason, not just for our potential power, but for our humanity, our capacity for creation, for love, for hope. That's what the void lacks. That's what we need to give it. Understanding dawned on her teammates' faces. Together, they focused not on attacking the void, but on channeling the very essence of life and creation. Alina drew upon the birth of stars, the swirling energies of nebulae. Aiden tapped into the protective instincts that had driven him throughout his life. Yuki calculated the infinite possibilities of existence, the beauty of quantum potential. James connected with the vast tapestry of life, from the smallest microbe to the grandest spacefaring civilizations. And Sarah, at the center of it all, channeled the indomitable human spirit, the drive to explore, to grow, to love, and to protect. Their combined energies lanced into the heart of the void. For a moment, nothing seemed to happen. Then, slowly at first, but with gathering speed, pinpricks of light began to appear within the darkness. The void shuddered, its very nature being rewritten. Where once there was only entropy and death, now there was potential for rebirth and renewal. The cosmic balance, long disturbed, began to reassert itself. As the light spread, consuming the void from within, the team's energy began to falter. They had given everything they had, every ounce of their newfound power and the full depth of their humanity. In the final moments, as reality itself hung in the balance, Sarah sent out a call to every sentient being in the universe. Lend us your strength, she pleaded, your hopes, your dreams, your will to live. And the universe answered. From countless worlds, a wave of psychic energy surged forth. Every being, from the simplest to the most advanced, contributed their spark of life to the cause. With a final, blinding flash, the void was transformed. Where once there was emptiness, now there was vibrant potential. The threat was ended, balance restored. As the light faded, the 5 humans found themselves changed once again. The vast cosmic powers they had wielded were gone, spent in the act of universal salvation. But they were not diminished. If anything, they felt more whole, more human than ever before. Zarkon approached them, his earlier hostility replaced with profound respect. "You have saved us all," he said, bowing deeply. "The universe owes you a debt that can never be repaid." Sarah smiled, feeling the weight of their journey in every fiber of her being. "We only did what anyone would do, given the chance. We protected our home." As they turned the horizon back towards Earth, they marveled at the universe around them. It felt newer somehow, full of possibility and hope. Their return to Earth was met with jubilation and awe. They had left as 5 ordinary humans and returned as saviors of the cosmos. Their story spread across the globe, inspiring a new age of unity and purpose for humanity. In the years that followed, Earth took its place among the galactic community. The knowledge and connections they had gained opened up new frontiers of exploration and discovery. Humanity's potential, so long dormant, was finally being realized. And yet, for all the wonders they had seen and the godlike power they had briefly wielded, Sarah and her team found the greatest joy in the simple pleasures of home. A sunrise over the ocean, the laughter of children, the company of loved ones. These were the things that had driven them to save the universe, and these were the treasures they cherished most. As they gathered on a hill overlooking the city gleaming with a mix of human and alien technology, Elena voiced the thought they all shared. "We journey to the edge of existence, held the fate of the cosmos in our hands. But this, right here, is what makes it all worthwhile." Sarah nodded, watching as ships from a dozen alien worlds docked peacefully at the spaceport below. "We showed the universe the best of humanity," she said. "Now it's up to all of us to live up to that example." As the sun set on a new era for Earth and the galaxy beyond, 5 ordinary humans turned cosmic saviors smiled, content in the knowledge that whatever challenges the future held, humanity would face them together, with courage, compassion, and an indomitable spirit that could overcome even the darkest void.